What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. To my members and new members, welcome. Today we're going to be talking about season 3 episodes 1 through 3 of the Bad Batch. But before we do get into that, remember, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that notification bell, as number one, we're fast approaching 4,000 subscribers and we get the video and the channel trending overall. Don't forget, I have a membership and a merch that you want to go check out. And without further ado, let's get into the episode. So the episode 1 of the Bad Batch season 3 doesn't really start off with much happening other than seeing the main characters, Dr. Hemlock, we see Dr. Emerie Karr, and we see Omega, Crosshair, and Nala Se. Now we see Omega exploring the facility, understanding why she's there, and seeing her brother Crosshair and how she wants to escape. And he even tells her to focus on the mission, which is for her to get out and not worry about him as much as he'll hold her back. We learn Dr. Hemlock talking to Nala Se as they are doing their research on other cloning aspects, but Nala Se is definitely holding back as the numbers didn't go all the way they wanted for the Emperor Palpatine. So we know what's coming soon when it comes to the cloning aspect behind the scenes, which we'll get into for episode 3 a little bit later. Now we do see a little time jump from the beginning of the episode with Omega having kind of like her regular short hair. Now she kind of has like long hair. She has it in like this ponytail side kind of style. So she's a little bit older. You could tell from the beginning of the episode to the very end of it. Then right after, we see Omega doing Omega things, trying to heal this creature as she is feeding some of her food to it, because she doesn't obviously, she could tell the food that they have there for the other creatures is not all that. But that's that part. And at the end of the day, we get to see Omega with her objective, and that is to get out of the facility at the end of the day. So that's how episode 1 kind of goes. So episode 2, we do get to see the beginning of Hunter and Wrecker as they are gathering information on the whereabouts of Dr. Hemlock, because if they find that, then obviously they know where to locate Omega. And as they do retrieve that information, it ends up being that they land on a planet where they end up finding other young clones that were abandoned as well, and they end up helping them locate this facility that ends up being an abandoned one where Dr. Hemlock once was, but finds information as to now where Dr. Hemlock is, which is on Mount Tantiss. So Hunter and Wrecker and these young clones end up working together, and we see them at the end of the episode go off as they are bringing them somewhere where the young clones can no longer be a part of the fight and get out of harm's way. So that was episode 2, basically. Now, episode 3. It starts off with Nala Se and Omega getting her blood drawn, and then we hear Nala Se giving, Omega instructions on to how to escape the facility. And then right after, they wasted no time, meaning the Bad Batch, in bringing out Palpatine, which I thought was, in the 3rd episode, I was like, wow, okay, cool. As he is there to see the progress of the cloning experiments that they have going on. Then right after, we see Omega escaping with Crosshair, and as they are escaping, they end up running into, Dr. Karr, and they end up stunning her so they can further escape, and not really killing her because that is Omega's sister and also Crosshair's as well. We then see Palpatine and Dr. Hemlock talking about how everything is going as planned so far, and gives the okay for Dr. Hemlock to keep going forward and doing whatever he needs to do for the Empire, and how they need to keep the place a full secret. So then right after, Omega and we see Crosshair escaping, starting to go after, it ends up being the shuttle, but stormtroopers start coming out and they are going after them, but they do end up taking over the shuttle and they leave the planet. But as they're escaping, the stormtroopers end up coming and going after them, but Dr. Karr ends up telling Dr. Hemlock to stand down as they don't have enough count samples to finish their project that they are working on for the cloning aspect. So they stand down, and Omega and Crosshair end up escaping. But as you hear Dr. Hemlock, he ends up saying that, basically they can let her go now, but now that he does have full control and full support of the Empire, that is just a minor setback, and they will end up getting Omega eventually. Now, overall, it seems like Omega is a lot more important than we probably all would have thought. But overall, I have to say the first 3 episodes definitely hit. I like the rise in suspense. You had episode 1 that was a little light. Episode 2 went a little bit more. And then episode 3 hit the ground running. But it's super exciting to see the suspense now that Crosshair and Omega have escaped together, which I mean, you kind of knew that this was going to happen eventually, especially in season 2. I think it solidified it more that you knew that this relationship was going to grow. And you've seen Omega throughout seasons 1 through 3, kind of grow with each character, and I think this is going to be her time to shine with Crosshair. The only concern I have is now Wrecker and Hunter. If they don't wait for backup, do they end up going to Mount Tantiss without that backup, without Rex, as they do mention in episode 2? I don't know, guys. There's a lot to wait for, and we'll talk about it throughout the week. So stay tuned for more content on episodes 1 through 3, and as I give further breakdown on these episodes. Thank you so much for tuning in today, guys. Make sure to drop a comment down below where you can give your thoughts and theories and your excitement on season 3 and what you thought about the first 3 episodes. Make sure to hit the subscribe, like, and notification bell so you're always in the know on all my content. And I will have a live stream later today where you guys can hear the full breakdown and my thoughts more on episodes 1 through 3 with my co-host Darth Hader. So that will be at 6 p.m. Eastern time, 3 p.m. Yes, Pacific time, which is California time. So I will catch you guys there later today, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video.